Hello everybody and welcome back to RimWorld Raider Empire. So in the last episodes we have obviously continued the vault. I don't know why I don't know why I say that every episode because it's kind of obvious, that's what we do. But we have gotten basically the majority of the slate floors that we could have gotten in. So all the battery rooms, all the hallways are all ready. And we got ourselves the roof over our landing zones all cleared out. So that's going to be nice so we can land stuff in here. Not that it really matters right now because obviously we don't have a way to store anything because our the vault is not quite done yet. We are digging it out. It is moving along fairly well. We're, more than half done. And we also have our power room getting dug out right now as well. So it'd be nice to have this finished and start working on the power side of things. That way we could have things powered as we go instead of, having to turn everything off. And I don't really want to stick it all outside if we can avoid it. Along with that, we also have been working on getting our air ventilation system. That way these rooms don't massively overheat our growing area. But it wasn't quite enough. I expected it not to be, but it was worth a shot. So we're digging it out bigger. That way we could vent better. Along with that, we have our ship that's taken forever to load up because it's obviously ridiculous amounts of items. So that's going along. That shouldn't take too much longer. Plastile's quite light overall, so they're able to carry quite a bit. Although I just realized they can't pick up and haul, so yeah, they're not really going to be much quicker. Either way, that's moving along nicely. It's just time consuming. We did just get ourselves a advanced wind turbines researched, so that means we have our ultimate ones, which, that's not what I want. We did also pay off our mercenaries. Not that it's super relevant. Where would our TechProf sub-persona core be? Not here, it's at this base. Yes. So we're going to be using this to get rid of our 10,000 research one because, well, that's why we have them. So we can use that, and then we'll have to figure out what we want to do next for research now that we're done our ultimate version of our solar and our wind turbines. And that's done. So what do we want to do for research? There's not really anything we need. We didn't really even need these for the most part, but we were doing them just because, there's something that we can utilize later on for if we need them. We could get ourselves IEDs, would definitely actually be a good thing to get. So along with that, I'm not really worried about getting bionics or anything. Obviously, we're not crafting bionics. We could start working on the 100,000 research for the Mark III. That's the Phoenix? Yes, the Phoenix. And in case you don't know, the reason that we just used our TechProf sub-persona core on a 10,000 research thing when we have 100,000 sitting here, it'd make more sense for that. We are forbidden from using them on these because I obviously have these modded to be significantly more expensive. That way they'd be more difficult to get that way, Ryan reasons. So yeah, that's something that we have to actually research. So we could go through and get our ground penetrating scanner. We don't really need it, but it's one of those, it may as well get it done because we might want it for one of the branch series. But I'm not really looking at over-researching for those. I'd rather get stuff as we need it. We haven't even done any drug production. Is there anything at all, really? I don't think so. We didn't do animal healing? Well, that's definitely something we need. So let's grab animal healing and the IEDs, and then we can start working on the Phoenix. And yeah, you know what? We can set up the Phoenix right now as well. I was gonna say we can wait till those are finished and set it up, but yeah, there's not really anything that's gonna come up that's like, oh, we need to research that. So that's all good. So what we need to do today is, once that ship is here, we are going to be working on turrets. I guess we could probably start getting some of them done now. It would be nice to have power for them. How's our current power load? It's not bad. We could probably get a good chunk of our power done, and if we want, just so it doesn't cut off our power, we could get a couple of these reinstalled out here temporarily. Because these turrets aren't the most expensive power-wise, they're only 120 watts each. So if we start getting all these plasteel ones up and running... Oh, I'm lying. We have something else to do. We got to get our cooling done base-wide. We got to run all these everywhere because we're going to need to cool a lot of different places. So we need a lot of redundancy. I'd prefer not to go through this wall here because obviously we're going to want our shields to be on their own cooling network. And we don't have the ability to tell the shields what to connect to. So only giving it one option is the best option. So what we are going to need to do is, and it shouldn't be a big deal if we only run it through here. So we'll run our cooling pipes just around the perimeter here. And we'll just bring that down here. We also need to rerun any new power conduits as well. But these can just come this way. That way we could start cooling things off with vents in other locations. These little openings here definitely need to be cooled so we could close off those doors. So yeah, we'll just run this and they should make some pretty quick work on it. We do have a bunch of walls that we need to get done. That should be fine just running across there. We do have a bunch of walls that need to get done up in the new vault area. Oh, what's loading? Please don't be a raid. Nope, caravan request, that's fine. So then this should be fine. We'll just bring that through there. And then we need a couple connectors. So there's going to be a door that goes across there. That's going to have a door. That's going to have a door. Oh, I didn't do right there. Let's get that coming down to right there at least. And that's going to have a door. And that should be enough connections for now to get everything connected up. And then once we get the, absolute zero cooling system set up for our shields, we'll run those because that's only going to need to go directly to shields and not anywhere else. And then obviously we'll need some redundancy as well, but it's not really a big deal. You want 10 orbital bond markers for a single hazard op helmet. We don't need that. We have lots, so we don't need that. We don't need that. You guys got this. We got a bit of a stutter. Oh boy, something's stinking. Fine. So then we do have a bit of extra power. So when we get our turrets going, that should be enough to keep things powered until we can get this set up. And we can actually start getting this one room done. Now, I am going to have to... I've been looking at what the best options are for, maybe using dev mode for the sake of refogging some of this ugly shit. And I'm thinking that we're just going to do a, $50,000 or 50,000 silver charge. It's both a lot of silver and not a lot of silver at the same time, obviously relative to our overall wealth and, the over a million silver we have. It's not a lot, but 50,000 silver is a lot in the grand scheme of things for, compared to how much resources that buys. So I think that's a fair amount. So we are going to be using dev mode to clean up the fog issue. That way we don't have it looking like ass because it's purely cosmetic. It's not going to affect gameplay at all. So I think that's a fair thing. But one thing that I do have to dev mode because it's not really anything we have control over is at the edge of the map here, there is the no build zone, and this ancient ruin does go into that. So there's literally no way we can fix this other than dev moding it away. And, we could, just leave it, but that's kind of stupid. So we are going to fix that with dev mode as well, and I'll include that into the 50,000 silver cost. But that is something that we'll have to do at the very end because I obviously don't want to refog multiple times. So we are going to do that. I'm not really a dev mode-y person. What is with the stutter today? I bet it's just all of them trying to do too many conduits at once. But yeah, I think that's going to be a fair cost for what we want done. Because everything, like I said, it's all cosmetic. It's not like it's going to make things easier or anything. But I'm not really a dev mode-y or a reloading type of person unless it's something that, there's no other option. Or, if it's not really going to affect gameplay. Either way, that's a rambling. So what else do we need to do? So that should be fine. That cooling is going to go through. We got all of these floors done already, right? So what we want is to start getting some power set up here. Now, based on this, I know, and we know that we can't just blow a single tile hole like what we initially had planned. So that's going to run us into some problems because that means this power system is not going to work as I planned it. And I kind of wish I made sure I tested it before because no matter how many people tell me, oh, just blow a single tile hole in the mountain, and I'm like, it doesn't work like that. I did plan based on that anyways. So I should have just listened to myself and been like, no, that's not something we can do. because one tile doesn't vent because it's still technically indoors and it's weird like that. So how are we gonna cool this? Because that is gonna be a bit of a problem. Because yeah, that one tile there is not gonna do it. And obviously we need to be drop-in raider resistant, because if we had raiders drop in here, that would be absolutely devastating. It's the whole point of leaving the mountain roof in, is to avoid that. So where could we try to vent this out? I will set it up, test it, just to confirm that it is not going to work. This should be more than enough of a confirmation, but you know, I kind of want it to work. So if we can make it work, then good. If not, then we're gonna have to figure something out. And there is a bit of room down here that we can set up a venting system and put a shield over it. That way, you know, as long as we have power, we don't have drop-in raiders coming in there. But I think we might have a little bit of a design flaw. But I do wish I listened to myself a little bit better. Regardless, we'll deal with it. That's fine. So we can get this room set up first. That way we have something. So yeah, that should be fine just doing this as well. We're going to have the purple there is the embrasure. The orange is doors. The blue is walkways. And this yellow is our power cells. In case you obviously, not everyone watched the, not everyone watched the 2 and change hour long planning videos. So I guess I should clarify that a little bit as well. But that should be fine coming along here. For now, we'll put this in, even though we'll probably have to do some work over here. That way we could vent out. These hallways getting really hot shouldn't be that big of a deal, because we might end up having to just embrasure all the way across and then blow that open. But we'll get this up and running and see. So we are going to need a granite embrasure as well. So that can go in there and there and there. We're going to want these to be plasteel doors. So we can grab them. They're already selected conveniently. So we'll get those in. And then that's embrasure that's going to go into there. We need a door. That way, whatever reason we need to get in there, we can. And we can get another door there. So that should seal that off. And that's, we'll get one there as well. Yeah. So we'll see what that does. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, then we'll have to rearrange the plans. But that should be a good start. And then all of this is ready for batteries. One issue that we're going to have is we want to use the Architect batteries. No, that's wrong. We want to use the Glitter World batteries because the Architect ones are ridiculously expensive for the little bit of gain you get. So we need to get our hands on a bunch of specific components because we don't have anywhere near enough. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted inventory. Yeah, we got 21. And they're 2 each, so we have enough for 10 batteries. What we can do, at least, is get our circuit breakers in. That would probably be fine. We'll actually hold off on that. We'll get what we're doing already going, which would be the turrets. All those conduits are done, right? Is anyone idle? Taylor, you're going to break? Fine, there's not much we can do about that right now. We can also, before... We got so much on the go. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. We are going to want... So I guess for now, we just put the wall in there, and that's fine how that is. That shouldn't cause us a problem and shouldn't screw with anything beyond having to fix that with dev mode. So we could run a combat supplier. I think we already got rid of the majority of the armor we wanted to sell, but they will buy whatever's left. But we could run our conduit into here. And obviously we're going to need to run that through here. So we'll let them finish that, because sometimes when you put conduits in over not finished stuff, it kind of makes it break. And we do need to also switch out these slate walls for granite. And then all up here, we got to just finish up. So that's all fine. Once that's dug out, we'll tidy that up. Over here needs a lot of tidying as well, so we won't touch that yet. Where else do we need these conduits running? So... it'd be nice without all that debris. It's not even debris. All that crap on my screen. Okay, so that's connected up through there. Obviously, that's going to have to connect through where there's going to be more doors, so we'll worry about that after. It's all connected for right now, though. We are going to need power running over towards these shields, so we can get that running in here. There's going to be a door there. We may as well get those doors up and running as well. That should be all right. We also need to get those shields in and confirm my measurements were right, and we are not going to have a problem where, you know, where our shields are going to destroy our ships. So we can build our copies, get these up and running, and set them. And it's a risky one, but test it with a ship. Although, you know what, there's ways we could test it with smaller ships. So if I did screw something up in the planning, it should be easy to tell, but, you know, if I did screw it up, I'd rather not lose one of our freighters. We need to get rid of these conduits in here. So, whole bunch. We can do that and deconstruct those. Oh, it's everywhere. We can deconstruct all those. Is there some over here? No. That's not too bad. And then obviously we have our own. Don't have any. Yeah, we do have some all within here. Oh, another scrap trader. We should check our armor situation just to make sure that everything is dealt with. So we can get those out of there as well. What's our room look like? Yeah, we have already basically purged everything. Marine armor should get auto-sold. The hazard op, those are excellent. So just to confirm... Oh, that's recon. Hazard op would be this one. No, we don't want these to be normal. Well, we do want to be normal, but it's all stupid. Yeah, it's... I might do a change up on this. That way everything gets better organized so we can better sell the crap we don't need while keeping the stuff we do need while it being organized in a way that we know what's what. Which doesn't make a lot of sense. I talked about it last episode and it took a while. So I don't really want to go over it now. But we did sell some of that crap. We sold some of that crap. We do have a lot of stuff that needs processing still, but everyone's been busy with this. Oh, it's done. Convenient. Okay, so now everything should get done very quickly. Now that they don't have anything else to do. All this needs to get finished up. Yeah, they just finished it. Beautiful. So this needs to go all the way. Oh, don't want to send it there. All the way down to here. And we're not going to land it in there because obviously our storage is here. We could make storage in here, but basically the biggest resource cost is going to be the turret section here. So, you know, moving it storage into here versus here doesn't really make a huge difference. So we can land that here. That way we can then get those blocks out of the way as well. Or chunks. I keep calling them blocks. And you don't have anything in it, right? Oh, food. Yeah, we got to get food sent over because we're running on fumes essentially. So can we get... You're finally refueled? Beautiful. So can we get this with... We have no lavish meals. It's because they haven't been cooking because they've been busy. So we'll send over a bunch of insect jelly. This is quite damaged, so it'd be nice to eat through these first. So we'll send over like 1,500. And I guess we'll just send over 100 simple meals for now until we get our lavish meals back up. Which it should be getting produced again, rather. Research finished, the IEDs. And then we're doing animal healing next. And you guys are working. Good, good, good. So this stuff everything should get caught up pretty quick. Merrick. You should be doing mining, but you do construction first and hunting before that. Oh, you were refueling. So you're hauling to the skip. It's fine. Luckily, that will be very short. And then they'll get back to work properly. Right. Yeah, that should move along very quick. So that's good. So over here, everyone's asleep. Okay, so then all this stuff came in. None of this is going to deteriorate, so we should be all right. We have another mechanoid power cell, so that's going to make it so we can build some more. Did this down here get finished? Yes, except for the auto doors. And Saber, you're stuck. And Celia, you're stuck. Anyone else getting stuck anywhere? No. Okay, so that's good. Good, that's good, everything's good. Alright, and we have another room that's ready to go if we need it. Well, when we need it. But these 6 right here should be enough to power things for now. We really don't need all of this, but, you know, it's better to have it and not need it. It's all fine. And then this should be done. Or very close to it. Yeah, just another load or two of the insect jelly. So we'll wait that out. And then this will start getting done. And hopefully that'll be enough to get this temperature situation under control in here. Yeah, one more load, please. And there it is. No? Okay, good enough. Good enough. I'm not waiting for another load. Let's get it done. So then that's just going to land up over here out of the way. And then you guys are going to get that all hauled into here. That shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so then, other than the mining, I guess we got to wait to get all these conduits deconstructed before we could run any up here. Because we don't need those screwing up any of our systems. We can start setting up some embrasures for that. We're going to need our conduits running over here. Now that this is done, we could do that and we'll get some lights up and running so it's less ugly. That conduit's still getting done, so that's going to be running over to here. Now, the best way to go about this, we could, since there's going to be the power cells here, it will transfer and we could just do one there, one there, one there. But I think it would be smarter for redundancy purposes to just do the perimeter. That way, if for some reason this blows, we still have that conduit to keep the other ones connected. Yeah. And that embrasure there kind of makes that a bit more difficult, but that's fine. We could just run that through there. Then that's going to be running across and in through each one for redundancy. Well, that should be all right. These battery rooms, probably the same thing. We technically only need it to come to right there because they'll connect through each other. But it's not like it's a huge resource cost to have all that extra redundancy. So yeah, that's probably worth it. So we can set this up for all of them. Those lights have a long connector. Yeah, they reach all the way up to here. Doesn't look like they should, but they do. So then that's good. That one didn't even connect in. So next episode, we'll start working on getting all these batteries and the power set up. Because we are not coming at time, but I'd rather kind of segregate each step of the way. I don't really want to do like a little bit of this, a little bit of that for each one. I'd rather be like, all the batteries are done, all the power is done, and then all the turrets are done, and then all the vault gets done. It's easier on the brain. That one there shouldn't be a problem. So then that's looking pretty good. It's all doing fine, and we are negative 41 degrees in here, so that's not a problem. Well, that roof has been done. These shields are taking quite some time. We do want doors on that as well. So we can get one here, here, autosave, go away, thank you. Here and here. Why does that look like it's roofed over? It's not. It's just very dark in there. And then we will get these floors in after because I'm going to do some sort of pattern. Not quite sure what yet, but we will. So then all of this is ready as well. Obviously up here is quite a clusterfuck, so we're going to want to get all this tidied up first. And those conduits in the way. Luckily this is granite, so we can just move those into place. We also have all these walls that are finally repaired, so we can start filling this in. The best way to do this is going to be to force one person to do it, so we can do it from here out. There's someone nearby. Hey, Taylor. Oh, there's plasteel over here. I'm like, where the hell? Why did you grab plasteel? That makes sense, though. And you're going to go into there. I know that you're doing that. Can we instead get you to force this? That way we can make sure that no one gets trapped and we don't do this in a weird order. Perfect. Okay, good. And then that's the last one. And then that can go into there. Where does this wall go before we do anything? Yeah, okay. So it's just fill in straight across and all in right here. That should be fine. We'll hold off on that one tile to make sure those get in. And that wall there. We need to fill in all of that. That's not a big deal. So I can go there. Although it's kind of hard to see the walls when this is up. So it's just the two layers. And then also within here. So that. Don't forget, Ryan. Oops. Turn off, please. So we can grab... Has that one been used? No. So we can get that one. That one. And we'll obviously remove the rest of these walls. We'll have to wait for that so we can get this filled in. Actually, we can get the center one done, because that'll still allow that no matter what. And then we'll get those last two, and that should be done, not gun. Item stash quest, what do we got? Sensory mechs, don't care. Not that we'd do much of anything anyways. Caravan request. There's so many things that's coming up, like, just go do stuff. But it's like, we're busy. We're busy. That plasteel might be worth mining out more. There's a lot of resources that we're not doing just because anything that we dig out is just more stuff we got to fill in. We did get that food hold, right? Yes, so that's not a problem. How's this stuff going now that you have nothing else to do? Mining's kind of getting done. It's a little bit on the slow side. Merrick, what are you up to? You're hauling textiles. Oh, it's because well, no, it's not because of anything, but you shouldn't be doing hunting anymore. Hunting, we got that disabled altogether, right? Yeah. Gathering wood to inventory. So what are you doing instead of mining? You got finish off, you got construct. Oh, it's the hauling there. Okay, sorry, mine number 1. I didn't look at that. That makes sense. You're just reorganizing our stockpiles. So there you go. You should get the mining done. And we'll just confirm. We'll just give you a sec to go do that. And cooking's not getting done. Is it because we have cleaning getting done and there's a lot of cleaning to catch up on? Probably. That would make sense. We'll let them do that. And there you go, mining. Okay, so that should go along fairly quick. As long as it ends up showing the same outdoor temperature, we should be good. And then roof collapse, power conduit. Oh, yeah, I moved the wall that was supporting that. Okay, well, that's fine. It could have been not fine, but it's fine. Angela, can you finish this off, please? Actually, go and finish all of that off. And then we need party. That one could go there. I just took the wrong one, so I can go there. And then why did this wall get canceled? Oh, there's never a wall there, yeah. So we need that to go. Oh, how far? It goes right to there. We'll get that wall in, and then we'll get the rest of the perimeter done. But that's a support wall, so that's necessary. That's a support wall. That's a support wall. And that's supporting that. Ryan, you got to remember, do not move that, or else it's going to cause problems. We also have a party down here, so everyone should go and do that. No one's stuck, right? Heimdall, you're attending party wander, good. Kurt, you are on your way, good. Moves aren't like a major... We have another self-tank. What is with the... We'll have to send you to the other base. For now, you're fine here. You'll just eat our food and shit, but it's kind of whatever. But, yeah, we've been just kind of keeping them all. It's fine. So then everything here is good and the mining's getting done, right? Yes. Orbital factor we don't need for anything. All of this clothing is getting finished up. Yes, we don't have a whole lot of excess, so that's good. All the weapons have been processed. We have our food that should be getting made. So what's going on with the food situation? Why is nobody cooking? We got lots of people that can cook. And that should be a priority over the cleaning. So Ixius, what are you up to? Nothing. But if you go do other stuff, you're cleaning. So... Did we really use all that meat? Already? Okay, well, that explains that then. So we have a choice. We could either grow synth meat or we can go back to hunting. Hunting obviously trains people. But it also gives us a shit ton more textiles, and we're having a hard time storing them all anyways. Speaking of that, we're also full on silver storage again. You would think that all of these stacks of 60,000 would be enough, but no, it's not. It's not. So in that case, what do we do about that? So I guess we can get ready for synth meat, and we'll do hunting for now. So we could say that's all corn, and then this is all synth meat. So we'll turn off sowing until they finish, because that's basically done. So when they harvest this stuff, we'll not worry about these little bits and just switch it all over. But for now, we'll at least get the harvest out of that. And we don't have to worry about any of that stuff. We do want to make sure that this mountain roof is getting purged. That way we don't risk the bug situation. Please do it in a smart way. That's all right. Good. Okay, and then we'll turn our hunting back on for now. So that's going to be under manager and just unpause. How long's it been? We haven't done hunting for 31 days and 20 hours. So someone's going to go manage that. Okay, and your party is over and everyone decided to sleep. So I thought I ran the conduit in here already, but apparently not. No, I did not. So we'll run that through here, and there's some deconstruction. I really wish they would get that done. Oh, I did one side, but not the other. So instead of destroying that bit of conduit, we'll just claim it and add it to our grid. But these definitely we got to get out. So that's good. We'll let that. So then that's been done. That's been supported. That's still going in. They've already mined that. So they are mining it first because builders are busy building, which is terrifying. So what we want... Make sure we leave support. It's already being supported by that, so just don't deconstruct those. We had a collapse there, so that kind of sucked. So we can... Well, that's already supporting it, so we'll let that. We shouldn't have any issues with this. Yeah, normally if you have all your builders, they'll mine it and then start building it back right away. But because the miners are mining like crazy and the builders are busy, not quite getting to it. And then all down here is done. So we are going to need to get all this crap out of here so we can do a haul for when they get to it. And maybe a haul urgently just so we get this out of here. And then... Well, that's vented through here. So this is all one self-contained temperature system within here. So if we then remove the mountain roof there, we don't have to worry about drop-in raiders on one tile. And they can't breach through this, so that should be fine. So we can... Oh my god, we're at time again. We can get rid of that. We'll do a test just to confirm that this is not going to work, because I'm 99% sure it's not going to work. Especially since it's already proven not to work right there. But better to just confirm, because you never know. And then if that doesn't work, then for the rest of these, we have to replan this. So that is now unroofed -7. Which means these are going to start warming up. So that is a bug risk. Okay, so Brain, did I talked about this? What was the plan to deal with that? Was it... I'm pretty sure I said that we'll remove all the mountain roof over this and put in thick roof, although I'm pretty sure that my I know one version of expanded roofing is bugged, so the thick roof that you install, like what we have right here, might still spawn bugs. But I don't know if that's this exact version of the mod, because again, all my shit's very old now. And I think that was the plan, to just swap it and then hope that it's not bugged, and there's no way to know other than it just happening. Or I can go, I guess, hunt down the version number and figure out exactly what versions it was a problem in. Or we could just put in a normal roof and shield over it, since we don't need to worry about that anywhere else. And if we put a roof over it, we could, and a shield over it, then we could just essentially have no roof. That way it just vents without a problem, like a no roof over the whole thing. Because at that point, we don't need a vent hole, because the whole thing could be a vent hole. Because there's not really a difference in the grand scheme of things between having a roof and not having a roof, because these don't short out in the rain. So I guess that's the plan, just no roof over our power? God, that sounds so fucking stupid. It's been a while, obviously, since we started the vault, so I don't remember exactly what I said the plan was for this. I'm pretty sure, and we are at the end of the episode, so if you don't want to go through the problem-solving mental shit here, this is the end of the episode. So, and I'm just going to kind of ramble on as I mentally process through what the plan needs to be here. So, yeah, if you don't want to listen to the ramble, feel free to not watch. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. For those of you who want to hear my brain in process burning up. Oh, fuck. Okay, so if we have the version of the mod for expanded roofing that our own custom built thick roof can still spawn bugs, then we do not want to do that. It would be more beneficial for us to just not have a roof at all, because there's absolutely no way that we're going to be able to keep this cool, because the amount of heat that these things put off is entirely too much to counter. So I would have to go check the mod versions, but I don't really know how I would figure out exactly which mod version had that bug, since it has, if I remember correctly, has been fixed. Because like I said, my shit's 4 or 5 months old at this point, so it might be hard to track down an actual answer for that. So I think the safest, smartest thing would be to basically just have no roof and then use shield. Now, if we did shield, we'd have to figure out how we shield this up, because I guess one shield in the center does cover everything, but we can't just put one shield in the center, because that's where power is going to be. We could, instead of one of the power cells, because I'm pretty sure we're not going to need all this power anyway, especially since the turrets that we use are fairly low power. I think we should be able to get away with just switching out one of the power cells for that in the middle, and then that does cover all of it. Batteries don't create heat. I'm 90% sure they don't create heat anyway, so that's not an issue. We could grab the large shield. I don't know if there's any weirdness with this overflowing to the edge of the map, because I know the way the shields work, as far as I've seen, which is kind of, I'm not the most experienced with how things work, but it basically builds a temporary roof over the shielded area. And I don't know what happens. It shouldn't be an issue. You would think that if it was an issue, it would have been fixed. But building a roof over the non-existent part of the map, which the non-existent part of the map technically is also roofed, if I remember correctly, by some of the other weirdnesses of the things I've ever done on YouTube. The 25 by 25 micro rim time lapse being the most obvious example of where I was able to build to the edge of the map, and it technically counts as a walled off thing. So even though it's the void, it's a solid void. But it shouldn't be an issue. That shouldn't be something we have to consider. So we could do 2 shields over here, one here, one here. So then our only real problem would be when the power goes out and we lose our shields, then we could have raiders drop in on this, which at the same time, we would already have problems with that for our ship landing area and these. So is it that big of a deal? Not really. It's not any more of a big deal than what we already have to worry about if the power goes out. So I think... Ow, I bit my tongue. Motherfucker. It's only a little... that might be bleeding. I don't know. All I taste is denture glue, honestly. That sounds stupid, but whatever. I think the shield thing is going to be our option here. it's the only thing that I can guarantee is gonna be working exactly how it's intended to work. Mostly because of the roof situation. Yeah, that's blood. That hurts like a motherfucker. So, I think we're just gonna go with the shield here, because obviously one doesn't quite cover the whole thing. So we'll double shield it. We'll grab 2 big shields, one here, one here. Make sure that doesn't overflow into out here, just because whatever weirdness could happen with enemies wanting to do something with that. But I think a shield here is fine, which means we don't need these little vent holes, which mean I just put a hole in the mountain for no reason, but that's fine because we'll just fill that in with walls. I think that's going to be the plan. Just 2 shields. So we'll start that for next episode. Oh, my tongue's starting to swell, and I bit it again. So I'm going to just not talk. We're done. That's good. We're going to go with this. So next episode, we'll start on that. You know what? Let's not do that next episode. I'm going to wait for you guys to give feedback, just in case there's something I'm not considering here. So next episode, we'll get all these turrets set up, which I guess... Either way, we're going to get rid of this mountain roof. So we'll get the... I don't really want to open it up. You know what? Yeah, it's fine. We'll get this dugout with the mountain roof gone. That way we could put our power in here. That way at least we have the power so we could then get our turrets up and running. And then from there, I'll hold off on any shield related stuff until I get feedback, just in case I'm not considering something important. In the meantime, we got a lot of other stuff to do. We got the vault section up here that needs to get done, so that should be fine. But either way, that is going to be it for today. So thank you everybody for watching, and I hope you all have a great day. See ya.